They may look harmless, but these 6 foods could be slowly damaging your heart. And the world's leading cardiologist has a crucial warning you need to hear. In this video, we're digging deep into the secret dangers lurking in everyday meals, foods we casually pick up from grocery store shelves or order at our favorite restaurants without a second thought. Heart disease remains one of the top causes of death around the globe, so every detail you're about to discover can make a life-altering difference. Today, we'll explore which everyday foods can poison your cardiovascular system, why they're so harmful, and how you can safeguard your heart with healthier alternatives. According to the World Health Organization, heart-related conditions claim nearly 18 million lives each year, a striking figure we must not ignore. The good news? Many of these illnesses are preventable if you know which dietary pitfalls to avoid. By understanding how specific foods affect your heart's health, you'll be better equipped to steer clear of hidden dangers. So let's expose these 6 foods lurking in our kitchens and learn how to replace them, safeguarding our most vital organ, the heart. This video is educational and not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult your doctor for personalized recommendations based on your specific health needs and conditions. According to the American Heart Association, a diet loaded with saturated and trans fats, added sugars, and sodium can push your body toward elevated cholesterol levels and high blood pressure, 2 major red flags for future cardiac trouble. Over time, these substances encourage plaque to build up in your arteries. As this plaque accumulates, it narrows the vessels that supply blood and oxygen to your heart, paving the way for coronary artery disease, heart attacks, and strokes. The insidious part is that many of these harmful components can hide in everyday foods, making it difficult to pinpoint exactly what might be slowly sabotaging your health. In just a moment, we'll identify the 6 main culprits and show you how to avoid, or at least limit, their impact. Now let's dive into the 6 foods our top cardiologists warn us about. Pay close attention. Some of these will surprise you, and knowing them could make all the difference for your heart.
The 6 foods that spell trouble for your heart.
After understanding how easily hidden ingredients can undermine your cardiac well-being, it's time to uncover the 6 foods that leading cardiologists urge everyone to either avoid or significantly limit. Some of these might already be staples in your kitchen, while others may appear in quick takeout meals or packaged snacks you didn't think twice about. Recognizing these dietary pitfalls and knowing how to replace them can dramatically shift the trajectory of your heart health.
Food number 1, processed meats.
Processed meats like bacon, hot dogs, deli slices, and sausages pose a significant threat to your heart primarily because of their high sodium, nitrates, and saturated fat content. These ingredients work together to create a dangerous combination. Sodium pushes your body to retain excess fluid, inflating blood pressure and placing added strain on blood vessels. Nitrates, commonly used as preservatives, have been linked to an increased risk of plaque buildup, which can obstruct arteries and lead to hypertension. Meanwhile, the saturated fats found in these meats elevate LDL, bad cholesterol, further narrowing arteries and escalating the odds of a heart attack. A study published in the journal Circulation revealed that even moderate consumption of processed meats substantially heightens the likelihood of developing heart disease. This increased risk stems from arterial stiffness and systemic inflammation, both red flags for cardiac complications. To make a heart-healthier choice, opt for lean proteins such as turkey breast, chicken breast, or plant-based proteins like lentils, chickpeas, and tofu. Roasting or grilling fresh meats at home also gives you better control over sodium levels, allowing you to sidestep the hidden dangers of processed options while still enjoying flavorful meals.
Food number 2, sugary beverages and energy drinks.
From sodas and sweetened iced teas to energy drinks and store-bought fruit juices packed with added sugar, these beverages can deliver an alarming sugar overload in just a few sips. When you consume large amounts of sugar quickly, your pancreas is forced to release a flood of insulin, which eventually results in a sharp blood sugar drop or crash. This up and down cycle repeated throughout the day can lead to insulin resistance, an early warning sign for type 2 diabetes and other metabolic disorders closely tied to heart disease. According to the Framingham Heart Study, people who habitually sip on sugar-sweetened beverages often face higher triglyceride levels and a heightened chance of developing metabolic syndrome, both indicators of cardiovascular trouble. To keep these risk factors in check, consider switching to water infused with lemon, cucumber, or mint for a refreshing burst of flavor without the added sugar. Unsweetened herbal teas, sparkling water with a hint of natural fruit essence, or low-sugar homemade smoothies are also excellent alternatives. Gradually reducing your intake of sugary drinks helps maintain a steadier blood sugar balance and lightens the load on your heart over the long haul.
Food number 3, refined grains.
White bread, white rice, pastries, and other refined grains may taste comforting, but they're missing a key element that supports heart health: dietary fiber. These grains have been stripped of most of their nutrients and fiber content, causing them to digest at lightning speed and trigger rapid spikes in blood sugar. This leads to a surge of insulin, followed by a subsequent crash, similar to the roller coaster effect from sugary beverages. Over time, these fluctuations pave the way for weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and complications that strain the cardiovascular system. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found a clear link between diets heavy in refined carbohydrates and a higher incidence of high blood pressure and cholesterol imbalances. The good news is that swapping refined grains for whole grains can ease these health concerns. Choosing brown rice, whole wheat bread, quinoa, buckwheat, or oats provides fiber that stabilizes blood sugar and keeps you satisfied longer. Even small shifts like using whole wheat pasta or whole grain flour can substantially lighten your heart's workload and improve overall cardiovascular function.
Food number 4, deep fried foods.
Crispy French fries, crunchy fried chicken, and golden onion rings may tempt your taste buds, but they come with a hefty dose of unhealthy fats and, in many cases, trans fats. Beyond the oil itself, the high-temperature frying process can lead to the formation of advanced glycation end products, AGEs, compounds known to spark inflammation and harm the lining of your arteries. Inflammation is a key contributor to conditions like atherosclerosis, which narrows arteries and ramps up the risk of heart attacks and strokes. A large-scale study featured in the BMJ that spanned more than 500,000 participants reported a strong association between frequent fried food consumption and an increased risk of major heart problems, including coronary artery disease and heart failure. To safeguard your heart, try air frying, baking, or grilling instead. These methods slash the amount of oil needed while preserving the satisfying textures you crave. And when you do choose to fry, reach for healthier oils, like olive or avocado, and keep the temperature consistent to minimize harmful byproducts. These small changes can make a world of difference for your heart's long-term well-being.
Food number 5, high-sodium snacks.
Potato chips, salted nuts, pretzels, and even some protein bars that boast healthy labels can harbor shocking amounts of sodium, sugar, or both. High sodium intake forces your body to retain additional water, elevating blood pressure and burdening your cardiovascular system. Over time, that steady rise in blood pressure can weaken vessel walls and reduce their flexibility, contributing to chronic hypertension and an increased risk of heart disease. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, a staggering 70% or more of the sodium the average person consumes comes from processed and restaurant foods rather than the home salt shaker. This hidden sodium, omnipresent in packaged snacks and convenience meals, propels an epidemic of hypertension worldwide. Breaking this cycle starts with reading labels carefully and making conscious choices. Swap out standard chips for unsalted or lightly salted nuts, seeds, or roasted chickpeas. If you're craving something crunchy, homemade kale chips or baked veggie chips can hit the spot without pushing your sodium levels through the roof. By centering your snacking around whole foods, you dodge hidden salt traps and lighten the strain on your heart.
Food number 6, trans-fat-laden baked goods.
Packaged cookies, store-bought pastries, and certain margarine brands can carry a silent but dangerous ingredient: trans fats, often listed as partially hydrogenated oils. Trans fats wreak havoc on your cholesterol balance by raising LDL, bad cholesterol, and suppressing HDL, good cholesterol. This imbalance accelerates plaque formation in your arteries, constricting blood flow and inching you closer to heart disease. Although many regions have tightened regulations or outright banned trans fats, they still lurk in some commercial baked goods and quick convenience foods. The World Health Organization highlights trans fats as a leading contributor to coronary heart disease, linked to over 500,000 fatalities each year. For those with a sweet tooth, taking control in your own kitchen can shield you from these hidden dangers. Baking at home with olive oil, mashed banana, or applesauce as a fat replacement ensures that you know exactly what goes into your desserts. Choosing whole wheat or almond flour offers an extra boost of fiber and nutrients, while natural sweeteners like honey, dates, or applesauce can help satisfy cravings without spiking your blood sugar. Small, mindful substitutions here can pay enormous dividends in keeping your heart healthy.
How to protect your heart and reclaim your health.
Now that you know which foods pose the greatest threats, the next step is to proactively shield your heart from unnecessary stress. By focusing on balanced eating patterns, daily habits that support cardiovascular health, and routine checkups, you can steer your lifestyle in a positive direction. Below are core principles and practical strategies that can help you reclaim your health and keep your heart beating strongly.
Key dietary principles.
A whole food, plant-forward approach lays the foundation for robust heart health. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds offer a powerful blend of vitamins, minerals, and protective antioxidants, all while keeping harmful fats to a minimum. If you include animal products, lean proteins like fish or skinless poultry can provide variety without overloading your diet with saturated fat. Portion control also plays a critical role. Rather than loading up on a single food group, aim for a colorful plate that balances protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fats in appropriate amounts. Hydration is equally vital. Most adults need at least 8 cups of water per day, although individual requirements can vary based on factors like activity level and climate. Maintaining proper hydration supports healthy blood volume, ensuring that your heart doesn't have to work overtime to pump blood throughout your body.
Lifestyle adjustments.
In tandem with conscious eating, staying active is one of the best ways to nurture your heart. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise each week. Brisk walking, swimming, or cycling are excellent choices. Regular physical activity boosts circulation, strengthens the heart muscle, and can even help control weight and blood pressure. Managing stress is another cornerstone of cardiovascular care. Chronic stress releases hormones that can elevate blood pressure and inflame blood vessels. Simple techniques like mindfulness, yoga, or taking a few moments each day for deep breathing can ease tension significantly. Don't forget about sleep. Aiming for 7 to 9 hours per night optimizes hormone regulation, immune function, and cell repair, all of which have a direct impact on your heart's well-being.
Proactive monitoring.
To guard against silent dangers, schedule regular checkups that measure blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar levels. Detecting any abnormality early can help you pivot before minor concerns evolve into serious complications. Additionally, consider keeping a food journal for at least a week to capture your daily patterns. This practice can unearth hidden sources of sodium, sugar, or unhealthy fats you might otherwise overlook. By aligning your newfound awareness with timely medical consultations, you set the stage for a more responsive and preventative approach to heart health, tackling risks head-on rather than reacting after problems take root.
Practical tips for grocery shopping.
One of the simplest methods to avoid heart-harming foods is to shop strategically. Start by reading labels. Scan for high levels of saturated fat, trans fat, sodium, and added sugars. If you see partially hydrogenated oils or unrecognizable chemicals near the top of the ingredient list, exercise caution. Whenever possible, focus your shopping around the store's perimeter, where fresh produce, meats, and dairy items are typically located, and fewer processed products lurk. If packaged goods are on your list, divide them into smaller, single-serving containers at home to guard against mindless overeating. These small shifts can accumulate into lasting heart-healthy habits. Having journeyed through the 6 most hazardous foods for heart health and learned practical ways to sidestep them, you now hold the keys to a stronger cardiovascular future. Awareness is your first and most powerful defense. To recap, the foods to watch out for are processed meats, Sugary beverages and energy drinks, refined grains, deep-fried foods, high-sodium snacks, trans-fat-laden baked goods. Simply recognizing these potential dangers sets you on the path to healthier decisions. Knowledge fuels transformation, and by identifying these hidden threats, you've already taken an essential step towards safeguarding your heart. Cutting out or reducing these 6 foods isn't about depriving yourself. It's about protecting the lifeline that sustains you. Each mindful choice, such as swapping refined grains for whole grains or sugary beverages for water, incrementally decreases your risk of heart-related complications. Even one small change a week can add up to improved blood pressure control, reduced arterial strain, and overall better cardiovascular resilience. Remember, your heart beats tirelessly every moment of every day. Return the favor by standing guard against these dietary hazards. If you found this video insightful, please like and share it with friends or family who might need this information. Don't hesitate to drop a comment below on your favorite heart-healthy food swap, or ask any questions you may have. Stay informed, stay proactive, and let's keep our hearts beating strong together.